Tomorrow, the nation will celebrate Juneteenth, a day commemorating when the last African-American slaves learned they were free in 1865. Among the cities paying tribute is Buffalo, New York. Today, it will host its 47th annual Juneteenth Festival, and it will be the first one that is in person in 2 years. The holiday is especially fraught for the black community in Buffalo, following the gruesome mass shooting at a local grocery store there just over a month ago, in which 10 black people were killed in a racist attack. Joining me now is NBC's Antonia Hilton from Martin Luther King Jr. Park in Buffalo, where that Juneteenth celebration will be held in just over an hour. Antonia, what's the mood there this morning?
Good morning, Michael. You know, the mood is a mix of celebration, but also remembrance here. As you mentioned, you know, it's been 2 years since they've been able to have this festival, but it's also coming just days after the gunman has been charged with both hate crime and murder charges. This community is still reeling weeks after the murder of 10 beloved community members and neighbors here in the black community. And, you know, what we're seeing behind us here is people set up their shops, they're getting their food prepped, they're getting artwork and jewelry ready for sale. But today is really going to be a mix of both sort of community remembrance and, you know, sort of a recognition of the strength of this community in the face of forces like what we saw happen in the shooting here, the racist shooting that happened here in Buffalo. You know, for anyone who doesn't have a lot of familiarity with the celebration of Juneteenth, June 19th matters to black communities around the United States because it represents freedom. It represents in 1865 enslaved people in Galveston Bay in Texas finding out about 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation actually went into effect that they would be free. And because of that, the holiday has always been a mix of, you know, parties and barbecues and celebration because of freedom, but also sort of the sadness that underlies that, right? That there was a black community in the United States that found out so much later that they were free, that was still fighting for freedom, you know, long past the point at which they should have had to. And so, you know, the mixed emotions have always been part of the celebrations in Buffalo and in many other parts of the United States. And that is still, you know, here and very present today as people both are going to be paying respects to the 10 community members who they've lost, but also trying to celebrate the strength of the community and the future that the black community here in Buffalo has, Michael.
NBC's Antonia Hilton, thank you so much this morning. Coming up, we are awaiting the Supreme Court's official decision on the Mississippi abortion case that's poised to overturn Roe versus Wade. But the fight won't end there, and that's why abortion rights activists are looking for support from what some consider an unlikely place. That story is next.